is blowing a hoolie. Hello and welcome to another episode of A Bright Side. We are doing today not what we had planned. We were going to go to Falmouth
and get the ferry to St Mawes.
But the ferry service, they're running a reduced service, aren't they?
Because of the wind, which is reasonable, you know. You don't
yeah,
there's
some sort of huge gale that's like sweeping in over Cornwall. We tried to do St Mawes a couple of years ago on the channel, maybe if not more. But we keep being scuppered by the wind and stuff. And actually, we want to do it via the ferry, which is something that like I said, we've wanted to do for a while. Not going to do it today. So
keep it on our radar, and as soon as we get a good day that we're both off and it's not windy, we will go.
Yeah, exactly. So we instead, alternative plan. We have been there before on the channel, but not for a long time. We are going to go to
Cardinham Woods in Bodmin.
Excellent. So a little bit of a drive. We're going to get a picnic on our way.
Yeah.
And hopefully it won't be windy up there.
Well, it might be windy, but hopefully it'll be a bit more sheltered because of the trees.
The trees. So we're going to go and get a picnic, lined with Tesco or something like that. And we did think about like getting a pasty, but it's Sunday, bit of a faff. We can't be bothered. So we're going to go and get a picnic from Tesco and take it with us.
Yes.
I think that's it. I think the kids are excited about that. They're wearing their welly boots today.
Because it's a woodland walk.
We, however...
I got trainers on.
We're not doing that. Anyway, so let's go check it out. Oh, wait. It's very windy. Very windy. I can't say the last time I went to Tesco here in Penzance. We don't usually frequent Tesco, but yeah, we're going to pop in and get our picnic. Where do we go on the picnic front, I wonder? We're just in like the little grab and go section. So there's some crisps here as always. There's some beverages and whatnot. And some chocolate. I think that's going to have to be a thing. Definitely. We've got some sandwiches. I don't know where Shelley is actually. She's disappeared, so maybe she's getting something extra delicious. I don't know, but anyway. What a shame that the dark chocolate bounty has apparently been stopped or withdrawn or whatever. They don't do the red coloured bounties anymore, which is a great shame because they were my favourite, but I'm less fond on... I don't mind the milk chocolate ones, but the red ones were far superior. We have arrived at Cardinham Woods. We have to actually park in the... I think a kid has just fallen off a bike. Yeah, we had to end up parking in the overflow car park because, you know, again, as we're recording of this, it's summer holidays, so the car park down there is rammed, and you are dressed as an explorer. In fact, we're in the overflow of the overflow because this is the overflow car park to the main car park down that way. So we're in the overflow. And of course, nothing is free, unless you're a member, which we're not. So there's a little bit of information here. You've got some cycling trails, the Bodmin Beast, Hell's Teeth, Dialed In Dave. Okay, so you've got those little routes. And then over on this section where Shelley and the kiddos are, you've got the walking trails. Now, we're pretty sure we did that one last time. The Lady Vale, yeah, I recognise the name. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like paths that we can choose from. So I don't know, what do you think?
I don't think we'll do that one today.
Is that one a little bit
4 miles?
Yeah,
But maybe the Lidcutt Loop,
I don't know.
or the Woods.
Yeah.
It's got a nice lookout halfway.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll follow the yellow. Oh, maybe we'll follow yellow. I don't know, we'll see. There's some picnic tables there, but we are going to rough it in the woods with our food. Do you reckon it was about 3 years ago maybe we were here? It's been a while, isn't it? We haven't been here for a long time.
We did it was a Gruffalo route that we did at the time.
Gruffalo route?
Yeah, well, it was the Lady Vale, but
yeah.
There was themed Gruffalo things to find all the characters from the Gruffalo.
Yeah, I remember that. Making our way up to the Ranger's hut. and then we kind of, if I remember rightly, we kind of go in that direction to pick up the walking trails. And it's a good job we haven't got a barbecue. There are some conveniences here at the Ranger's Hut, so if you need to have a pee, this is the place to do it. Right, we were looking at the yellow route, but we think we might be in the wrong start point for that, so we might go for the Lidcutt Loop instead, which is like that greeny...
So it starts on the Lady Vale and then it sort of branches off.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Do you know what? Let's just head into the woods and have a bit of a stank round, yeah. Well, not a stank. That sort of implies that it's like going to be a hard walk. Yeah, no, let's just go for a stroll. And there's a dog wash here. That's very convenient. That's quite cool as well. A bike repair station. All right, nice. It feels like we're kind of on the forest moon of Endor, which is why I have my Ewok and Roll t-shirt on. Here's some of the birds that you can look out for here. I do love how beautiful these trees are. Looking at these trees, it reminds me of being in California. Right, the Lady Vale route goes across that bridge, crossing this river, but the route that we're on stays on this path. I really hope we don't have to go up there. Ah, good, straight on.
Right, do you want one together? Stand up side.
He has a cat.
Hello, look at me.
Right, so we might still be partially on the Lady Vale walk. I'm not 100% sure, but anyway, we did cover this last time in the video that we did here. You've got the Lady Vale Bridge. It was used in the 11th and 12th centuries to cross the river, possibly to gain access to the chapel of Our Lady. The exact location of the chapel has been lost, but stones within the bridge are thought to come from the ruins of the chapel when demolished. This ancient form of bridge is known as a clapper bridge, made from large slabs of stone, in this case granite. Alright, so there is the newer bridge, and down here it's been like fenced off so that you can't walk over it, although I still think it would take your weight. I don't think there would be any issues with structural and sort of integrity, but there it is. There is the clapper bridge. It's like a great notch there, like carved out of a granite, so they believe that this was the building material for, or that came from, the chapel or something, if I read that right. Who knows? Tilla's there got her boots on so she can walk around. You got what?
Marble.
Marble? Okay, good call on the welly boots, because they can clamber around the river a little bit. But look at that old bridge. It's like, I don't know, like nearly 1,000 years old. That's just mental, isn't it? Don't you think it's mad that that bridge is like nearly 1,000 years old or whatever? Did I read it right, that they think it was built from the material of the old chapel, where they don't know where the old chapel is now?
The Lady Vale Chapel that was believed to exist. Location is lost to time, but they think that the stones from that built that bridge. That's pretty cool.
I could possibly break this. Oh, perfect.
Yeah, the path is splitting now. You've got the Wheel Glyn that heads to the left, the Deviock Trail that goes to the right, Lady Vale. So we still are on the Lady Vale. I thought it branched off earlier on, so disregard what I said earlier. And then the Lidcutt Loop, which is the one we're on. They both go up there. Yeah, definitely the right reason to come up to Cardinham Woods today, because in fact you wouldn't know that there is high winds throughout Cornwall. Because here, it's actually, I know we're fairly inland, but here, it's not too bad at all. Okay, we have found this convenient picnic table. It's on the trail, so it's not like private. There's another family just to the left of me, your left. Right, so we're gonna dish out the food and consume it. Right, what we got?
The kids have got dairy dunkers.
Yeah, you and I are gonna split these, aren't we? Have like one each, so we can do that in a minute. You've got your little lunches that you like. How's your?
I chose these.
Yeah, how are your dunkers? Your
Good.
Dairy dunkers. All right. I don't dislike the picnic. Sorry, the angle's like very wide. AJ is there, by the way. Boop. All right, let's dig in.
They won't what it fits.
It's quite nice if you like flavoured water.
Can I try an open one already? Chicken bites.
Well, it's on the table now.
So bad. It's fine. See?
Be alright. It's on your hat.
Eat it. Eat it or don't.
Right, should we open these? Should we turn the camera off now? So what flavour is Marry Me chicken? I've never heard of Marry Me chicken.
Chicken flavour.
Chicken flavour.
Sun-dried tomato and parmesan.
Oh, okay. It's funny, isn't it? When you buy like these pre-made wraps or pre-made sandwiches or whatever, there's never much of the sort of filling in it that you expect. You know, you think like a chicken, southern fried chicken or whatever this is.
You'd expect there to be a reasonable amount.
You expect there to be a reasonable amount, and it's the old trick, isn't it? That they put all the filling in the, like a sandwich, for example. They put the filling in the middle of the sandwich, and then when it's cut in half and displayed, it looks very full. But actually, when you get to the edges, like toward the crust and stuff, there's nothing in it. So it's a bit cheeky, I always think. That like, you know, you think like this is like, apart from that little blob of chicken up there, basically the rest of this is just wrap. Nice and quiet now. The other family have moved, or you know, they finished up and went. They went down in that direction, which is the direction we came in. So it's nice and quiet now. Actually, only other one person has jogged through here, so quite a nice quiet spot. There's a cliff face up there. I hope that we're not being hunted by the predator. All done with our picnic. We have, of course, responsibly tidied up. I did suggest that just maybe, you know, this day and age, we should just get all our like rubbish and like throw it in the bush, but you were adamantly against that. So anyway, this like fence, we are going to walk, we're going to carry on in that direction in a minute, but this like fence line down here is of interest. I want to see what it kind of, I don't know if it's like a little overlook or, I don't know, let's see. Oh, it leads down to the river. Oh, okay, so there's just this like little wooden fence area so that you can kind of safely look at the river down there. Quite a few things, sorry, you're tying your shoelace. Quite a few things remind me, I've said this a few times on the channel, quite a few things remind me of the Queen Elizabeth forest walk in Scotland.
But it was really lovely, and actually we thoroughly enjoyed it, and we will definitely go back to Scotland.
Yeah. So again, if you haven't seen our Scottish playlist, I'll leave a link in the description. Imagine seeing speeder bikes from Star Wars Return of the Jedi like whizzing through the forest. Amazing. All right, we're crossing the Rubicon, as it were. We're crossing the river, which I assume means that we are about halfway through our circular walk. Crossing the Rubicon. Just like Caesar. Tilly, with all her explorer gear, she's stopping every so often so that she can have a look at some things, which I think is really good. She's looking at the berries because there's like loads of blackberries around. She's looking at, she found some beetles earlier on. And,
I've got blackberry before, but now I've got a splinter.
You've got a splinter?
Yeah, in my middle finger, but I have got blackberry.
I was going to say, you got some blackberries in your little sort of science measuring pot, weren't you? Where's the splinter? Oh, let me go. Okay, hang on a minute. More of a thorn as opposed to a splinter, wasn't it, Tilly? But it's been dealt with.
Blackberry picking.
It's been dealt with. You no longer have a thorn/splinter in your finger. And if you have navigational issues, don't worry about coming here, because whichever trail you decide to follow, they are all extremely well marked. Plus you've got this geet path that you can't really go wrong on. I wonder, like, back in 9 AD or whenever it was, when like the Roman legions were fooled and tricked and led into the trap in Germania in the Teutoburg forest. I wonder if those Romans felt like thinking, holy cow, we can't maneuver and form up. 3 legions lost. That was 10% of the Roman army. Unbelievable. Don't know why I'm talking about that other than the fact I'm in a forest, but you know how my mind works. I think of all these things. And if you like your Roman history, I don't know if you guys have seen Barbarians. Let me know in the comments if you've seen Barbarians. It's a Netflix-made program that's obviously on Netflix, a German program, and highly recommend watching that. But don't watch it in dubbed English. If you haven't seen it, don't watch it in dubbed English, because, you know, the lips are all moving all over the place. It's just not right. Listen to, you know, watch it in its original German, and then read the subtitles. Well, unless you can speak German. But that was the best way, definitely the best way of watching that program, because the Germanic tribesmen, they all spoke German, and then with the Romans, they all spoke Latin. So it was a really a good program. It's like, I mean, probably most of you have seen Das Boot. I mean, you want to watch Das Boot in its original German. You don't want to watch it in dubbed English, because I mean, it just doesn't work at all, does it? I would never really watch anything. I wouldn't choose to watch anything in like dubbed languages. I'd rather sort of listen to it in the language it's supposed to be in, and then read the you know, subtitles. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you have seen Barbarians, because I mean, I haven't seen season 2, to be fair. I heard mixed reviews about season 2. I will maybe get on and watch that, but season 1 of Barbarians, that was an amazing program. So let me know in the comments if you watched Barbarians. I would not have wanted to have been in those Roman legions. Definitely not. I always like Roman history, and I always think one of the most, you know, they didn't lose all that often, you know, like these big set piece battles and stuff, because they were just so good at what they did. They never really lost all that often, but when they did, sort of sporadically over the course of the centuries, they were like spectacular losses, if that makes sense. They either kind of won everything, or on those odd times, lost absolutely spectacularly. But there was usually a reason for it, like at Teutoburg Forest, where they were like led into narrow areas and they weren't able to form up. Or like the Battle of Carhaix or whatever, that was much earlier on in history, like with Hannibal, I think, where like they were just basically outmaneuvered. But like I said, they didn't lose that often, but when they did, it was fairly spectacular. I suppose I ought to like slow up or stop or whatever, because I mean, I am like walking on ahead. We are here as a family. We're at the point now where all the paths have re-merged, and we're heading in that direction.
What's that smile?
That's a cute smile.
That's AJ's smile. I love it.
But it's also my smile.
Go on then. Isn't it funny? You can see out of the 2 children which the nutcase is. Don't you think?
They're both nutcases.
Yeah. I think one is decidedly more nutty.
It's cold.
I thought there was going to be a disaster then when you were off balance, AJ. Yeah, I was going to say, there is a dragonfly. Oh, there he is. He's just. I was trying to get him. Not get him, but like. Oh, there he is.
Going that way.
Very difficult to film.
Because I'm such a great explorer, Goggle Girl. Because I'm such a great explorer, Goggle Girl,
Yeah.
I can tell you which way the river is flowing.
Oh, which way's the river flowing?
That way.
Ah, excellent knowledge. Okay, after that near miss, I think AJ is now climbing out of the river because he almost got he almost got very wet.
You almost got attacked
He attacked
by the water.
attacked by the water, maybe. We have made it back to the cafe. The cafe area is just down there. We're kind of walking around and whatnot. Oh, there's a car being there's a broken down car that's being lifted up onto the back of that truck thing. Interesting. Anyway, so we're back at the cafe. We might pop in, get a drink or something, and but I expect it's going to be very busy. That would be my guess. We've just found the start of the original one we were going to do. Should we do this one then?
Yeah,
Should we do it now? Right, let's go. No, you don't want to do this route. Found a Gruffalo there. Look, Sleepy Gruffalo. The eye of a Gruffalo. Right, there is like a little play park to my left. There is the cafe. Actually, there are a few benches and seats. It's, you know, it's busy, but there are a couple of like benches available. So yeah, we'll pop in, buy a beverage or an ice cream or something like that. All right, check out this old building. We're not in the market for any food, but they do a few little bits and pieces that you can see there on your screen. And there's a fuller menu over here. Oh, these are the drinks and whatnot. So they do cream teas as well. Jam first, of course. We are sat on this table outside. It's really, it's, you know, we're sort of out in the elements. It's not boiling hot, but it is quite warm sat here. There is actually space inside. The kiddos, well, actually currently they're lining up there to get some ice cream, but the kiddos were over that way somewhere in the play park place. So we thought we would just kind of hang out here so that they could see us. Hot chocolate each. What's your bet in? Do you reckon it's going to be a tepid chocolate or a hot chocolate?
Tepid.
Tepid. Let's see if it's hot or tepid. Tepid.
They always are.
They always are. So you went with bubblegum flavour. They didn't have chocolate, did they? So you went with bubblegum. Is it nice?
Guess what?
What?
I paid for it myself.
You did pay for it yourself with Mummy's card. And you went with strawberry age. Yeah, nice. Just over there. Heading back to the car, but via the Ranger's hut, or whatever it's called, that shed up there, because we're just going to use the facilities before we head back to the car and then back to good old Penzance. Making our way back to the overflow car park. We did it.
Cheers.
Cheers. I seem to say that at the beginning of all of our outros. We did it. I'll have to think of something else. We achieved it. We achieved the goal.
We did.
Well, actually, we didn't,
No, we
because
didn't
the
achieve
goal
the goal.
was to
The
go
goal-
to St Maur's,
Yes.
which we called off because of the wind.
That is correct.
But Cardinham Woods was lovely.
Cardinham Woods was lovely. Very nice, actually. I liked the walk that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was saying as we were doing it, it felt like we did a lot of uphill. And the downhill didn't seem to match the amount of uphill we did, even though we did get to the end, so it must have, but...
Yeah, I suppose I suppose when it's like quite a gradient, you don't really, well, you know, like a low gradient, you don't really notice it so much,
Yeah.
but...
It was a very nice walk. Quite
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
think the kids enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's definitely somewhere we don't frequent. I mean, because like you say, it's an hour up the road from us.
It's an hour to get there.
So it'll just be an occasional sort of, you know, if we fancy a bit of a stroll. I mean, Tahiti is our go-to woods, isn't it? Because that's only up the road like 20 minutes or whatever. But yeah, no, it was.
We just fancied a walk somewhere different.
And it was quite sheltered despite the sort of general wind around.
Yeah,
It was quite sheltered, wasn't it? Which
and
was...
it's a very accessible path. So if you're in a wheelchair or an electric convenience vehicle or if you've got a pram, then that route was completely accessible. The same with the Lady Vale, and I would assume the other two routes that were available.
Yeah, I
would
don't
be
know.
the same.
Was there like a gradient to one of them? Was one of
Well,
them a
it
little
might have been
bit sort
steep,
of?
but I
Yeah.
suppose if you're willing to put the effort in, they were. I would assume they were all fairly paved or gravelled.
Gravelled, yeah. Well, there it is. We're going to leave the video there. I do hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to do all the usual YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, smash the bell. Check us out on all of our socials at The Bright Side. So from us to you, cheers and gone.